First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Detroit Lions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. On first down, gone. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, gone. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Charles Tapper in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. A shotgun snap for Gone. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Goff. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Right back to him on first down. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Here we go, fellas, here we go.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And he fires one, but incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw, and that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, 1st quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And he's able to get it out of there. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. Gone. And incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Goff. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. They'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken it around the 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And they're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. From the gun, here's Gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Lions have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And some room to roam now. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Mark Walton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Super one. Super one.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he's got some space here. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down, Scott. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. One out.
From the 50, it's gone. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Goff on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll run with Scott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
All right. Come on now.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Goff, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Drive starts on the ground. It's Walton. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Detroit!
Back to throw here. And he's taken down here Saints. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The Lions on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now. But later, when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A give. This is Kamara. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And on the ground they go with a running back. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Goff now to throw. Well, it's caught on the right side of Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Goff now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, here's Goff. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Kamara. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ken Crawley. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
After the interception, here's Goff. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. Ric Flair. Hey.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Goff. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Lutz's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Lutz now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Green 39! Green 39!
The give to the fullback on the dive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And it's taken in at the 9. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the
and nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there, 85 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is. He had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there. And that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Lutz now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On the tackle there, Natrell Jamerson out of Wisconsin.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
All right, here we go. Green.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. A hat tip to P.J. Williams there defensively, making sure that one didn't find its target.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this ball is going to be touched out just shy of midfield. The Saints coming out now to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run it again with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Goff now looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Now Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Now a handoff looking right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
A Tayshaun Robinson coming out of the University of Alabama, a big, physical, intimidating force who had to learn to play with more leverage. Otherwise, he was going to get blown off the ball in the NFL. Looks like he's learning his lessons after that play.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will swell the lead to 16. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The Lions on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up to throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true, that's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's King. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's to the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw again. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now back to throw. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about
that.
Super tough.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. The busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. 3rd and long. It's Goff. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. Big play for the Saints on third down. 66 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Running with Kamara. A gain of 3, second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Again, it's Kamara. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the second half, doesn't it?
It really does, and now you give your team more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal.
Here we go now.
A run by Walton to begin the drive. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
All right, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. He'll drop to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
On the ground, Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for New Orleans, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for Detroit, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
you.